Hello, so I'm here to show you how to fold your zine. For those that don't know, zines are self-published, small circulation sort of booklets that combine original artwork, maybe photography or just simply text, doodles, illustrations, and they're into some sort of, nice tactile, portable format. They're really, really fun to make. And I created a Canva template and I'm here to show you how it works. So when you download the Canva template, you will see a few different pages. So this one here is the example handout of the first zine, which is this one here. So you've got three 2-page spreads inside and a front and a back cover. And then that is this one here. And then you've got this version, which I love. I just knew that I wanted more. I wanted to put more inside. And so this one's ever so slightly smaller and it's still an A4 bit of paper. And then I've put on here where you cut it. And this makes one of these mini zines. So this one, you have to create the cover for the front and the back, which is this document here, and it explains how to do it and where the cut marks are to go along and do that. So this one here has 16 pages in total, which is, I realised afterwards I could have put a picture on this page and I didn't, and I don't know why. So you've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double pages that we can work with. You can see this one here is a little bit battered, but for the purposes of showing you what we did, it's fine. The first zine I'm going to show you, we're going to look at our printout here. On the Canva downloadable template that you've got, you'll have this sample sheet, and then underneath you have what looks like the same 8 shapes, the same 8 rectangles, but they are each with a frame in them. So they face 4 facing out to the right and 4 facing out to the left. And this shows that once you've cut down it and you sort of folded it where it needs to go, it ensures that they are all the right way round when you're looking. So although it looks quite complicated, I've tried to really clearly show you which page is going to be which, and then the front and the back are here. So first things first is you want to cut out the white border, unless you of course have a printer that prints right to the edges, and then you might just have a little bit to trim off. But mine is only a very, very basic cheap printer, as you can see, with all the lines on it as well. So I am just going to trim around these edges. So once you're done, you can get rid of that. And then you're left with a bit of a crumply one here. You're left with a sheet that effectively has no white edges and it is just ready to go. Obviously, if you had a guillotine, you could make sure that your lines are really straight and it's really symmetrical, which would probably be really handy when it comes to folding, because when I was doing mine, there's definitely the odd bit that felt like I had to really make it work for me. So each of these pages represents a page in the book and the front and the back. And so as you can see, I've done a little cutting symbol up here, and you basically take your scissors and cut all the way along your design just up to here. So you're leaving 5 and 4 together. So now, as you can see, I've made a cut all the way up to the line. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half, being sure to line up my really, really straight lines. There we go. So now we've got a fold in there. So then, as this is the inside page, you can fold it into itself. Then I'm going to fold it back on itself up to the line. and then in on itself again, and you can see the sort of book style forming. Then you've got 1, 2, and then it sort of folds on itself. You can almost hide this bit underneath, and you can do it again, folding it up to this line, and then back on itself. And then this is where you can wrap your design all the way around. So then you've got your front and your back, and you've got your pages starting to form. So what you can do with this part then is open it up, grab a little bit of glue, and just carefully fold this as best you can in place. And this is where you can see that, like, I've got a little lip here of my book that hasn't quite lined up properly. So if I wanted to, I could just give it a little trim. Part of the fun of these, I guess. But they're handmade with love. Get rid of that bit. There we go. And now we have our little booklet that we can open. And another thing that I like to do, again, you don't have to, but I just like the ease of it, is that you can stick the pages down and it just feels more like a little book then. So let's add a little blob of glue here. Oops. Gosh, more fingers and thumbs today. I did not stick that neat at all. Hold on, sorry. Line it up and then stick it down. Okay, do it nicely, Jennifer. And then we could just put a little bit in here. And again, folding it. And just that little bit was enough. Might want to do a bit more up there if we can. But ultimately, that, my friends, is how you do your little book. So, the mini zine. With this, we're going to do the same as we did with the first one. We're going to cut all of our white borders out, unless, of course, you have the sort of printer that prints all the way to the edges. Then lucky you and happy days. It means you wouldn't have to do that, but unfortunately I do. So let's go. And then just scrumple them up really satisfyingly and pop them in the bin. Okay, so I don't know why I like to have it this way. Let's pop this out of the way as well, because we're making a bit of light. So now we've got all our edges off. You can see quite clearly how it's supposed to look and how you end up with this little zine. So here I have added on the cut lines to the sample template. And so basically it's like, it's reminding me of a bit of Snakes and Ladders board, you know. So we're cut along here. So we start at the inside of the front cover all the way up to the end of 3. It's diabolical. The cutting is not my friend today. And then we're going to turn it around and do the inside bit from between 11 and 4 up to 7 and 8. Okay. And then you have something that looks a little bit like this. And then this one is really quite easy. It's really fun to do, and it's quite self-explanatory, I think, more so than the last one. And you just think about it as if you were looking at a book. So if this is the inside of a front cover, it folds into 1. And again, you could probably fold all the pages in half before you do it. I haven't done that. You absolutely could have folded all the edges first, so you've got creases to work with. But I didn't do that on this video. Maybe I'll do it in a minute. and do a whole new video. But for now, this is what we're working with. Okay. And then we're going to fold this back on itself up to this line. And then this is 2 and 3, so they go together. I tried to like color code it a little bit as well. You can see I haven't cut far enough along here. I tried to sort of put similar colors together so it sort of makes sense in your brain. And then as you'll be able to see, the reason that these numbers alternate between right way up and upside down is because we then fold it this way on itself, lining it up as best we can. And then if I turn it around here, then you can see that now we're folding it again in on itself, like we did with the 1 and the 2, or the cover and the next one. And again, if you folded it all ahead of time, it would be so much easier. Back on itself, 2 pages. So you're just thinking about it as you want to see it. And then you do the same, turn it up, turn it back round this way. And then we're doing exactly the same again. On itself, wow, I really, really did not cut that far enough. Deary me. And that's why you need to cut it up to the line. And then we're back to the last ones. One. That's the spread, back on itself. Quite like repetitive, but in a really, I don't know, calming way. And that is the inside back cover. Hooray! We managed! So now we've got inside front cover and page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and the inside cover. So what you do with these is, as you can see, I have created my design for the back and the front, being sure to make sure that my writing and details is not right to the edge, just in case I cut the card wrong, I need to fold it. But I just found, it was actually an old bit of envelope, one of those ones that is like an A4 hard postage one, a do not bend one, so it's quite a thin piece of card. You could probably use a cereal box or anything really. And then I cut it out so it's 5.5 centimeters by 7.5 centimeters, and then I just had 2 of those. And so once I printed off my design, this is just a sample sheet, I stuck it to the back of these, and then as you can see, you cut down the middle, and then I cut off each of the corners. And so I don't know if you can see it and make it out. As you can see, then it's folded over, and it sort of makes this parcel shape, this letter shape then, and it just means that you've got these really nice smooth corners. And then with your book, you just stick, as I said earlier, I didn't print anything on the back pages, but you would just stick your inside back cover to this here, and then your inside front cover to this one. And then you end up with a little book with a cover on it. So you can design it however you like, and then they're just ready to go. And they're so, I don't know, there's just something about it, it's so sweet. And as with the other one, I did the same, that I sort of stuck all the bits at the back so that they don't come out as much as they sort of would otherwise, because as you can imagine, if I was to hold on to the front page here, it's just going to come undone like an accordion. So yeah, I stuck a little bit of glue on all the white spaces that are touching, and then you've just got this beautiful little zine just here with whatever you want in it. So I really hope that made sense. I really hope that you enjoy making your own, and yeah, let me know how it goes. What do you end up putting in them? How are you decorating them? Are you going to make them just with paper and then draw on them all individually? Because I've used my sketchbook, but obviously I could have just done this on a plain piece of paper, folded in this way, and then decorated each page and made little booklets. They're really, really good fun for kids. I know that me and my daughter Isla used to do this back in the day. Um, so yeah, I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've downloaded your templates all right, and any questions let me know, and please tag me in anything that you share because I would love to see it. Thank you.